$2,400 to land in your bank account if you're on SSDI, SSI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. That's $200 a month. You need it right now. And additionally, up to a 20% increase for benefits lifetime with a step up every year. Moreover, stimulus checks are announced in one state this morning, and 15,000 people got them within about a half an hour. Then a big push is underway for the president to send out executive orders right now, not right thereafter. The president said over the weekend, stimulus checks need to go out right away. And this is amid news of about another vaccine that has 94% efficiency rate announced minutes ago in breaking news. It's incredible great news, and this is Morning's LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Morning to LA with breaking news and great news across the board. Big, bold, beautiful stimulus checks landed in one state's resident's hand with that right now money I've been talking about on this channel. Remember, there's three types of right now money? Well, 15,000 residents got right now money minutes ago before this taping. A massive stimulus check. Then the president is saying send out stimulus checks right now. I'll be going over two other types of right now money you can get right now. And exciting great news as a second vaccine is announced with 94% efficiency, which means that the virus would end by 2021. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do. Go to the channel, subscribe. We're having a lot of fun. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here. And there's 2,000 new of you since yesterday. We're on fire because no one's getting you money better than I am. I'm getting you money you can get right now. I don't mean 5 days from now or 5 weeks from now. Then I'm going over money you can get right thereafter, which could come in about a week from thereafter. And then I'm going over money thereafter, which is money that would land in your account perhaps in the following weeks thereafter. But I know you need money right this minute. That's why I'm doing the first one first. Also, like this video, it helps on the rankings. In this video, I will be going over the three types of money you can get right now, which is not 5 months from now or 5 weeks from now. It's right now. Then I'll be going over the push to get stimulus money in your hands shortly thereafter. This is the push for executive orders. The push to send out stimulus checks at $5,000. That's a CARES Act 1 money that's sitting at SBA. Then I'll go over money thereafter, which is a $50,000 grant, a $10,000 grant, and another $10,000 grant. And that $2,400 that for SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. And if it starts right now, $2,600. Wow. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you start this new morning is that Wall Street is ecstatic, as you should be, as Moderna announces the second vaccine with 94% efficiency rate that is going to be rolled out in the next couple of weeks and in early 2021 as well. This means, according to Dr. Scott Gottlieb, that the vast majority of the United States will be immunized and out of this pandemic in mid to late 2021. The pandemic will be gone. This is incredibly great news because when I talk about your right now money, I talk about money you can get right now, and the economic burdens of this pandemic would be gone potentially by 2022 for most of my viewers. So what I need you to have is money right now that can carry you to that period. Once these vaccines are in sufficient quantities heading into 2021, the population, combined with the fact that the vaccination of the public will have a high efficiency rate, we could effectively end this pandemic in 2021, says Dr. Scott Gottlieb minutes ago. Now, let's turn to the right now money. There's three types of right now money, and one of them, the viewers of this channel, listen clearly, and some got it this morning. The first is CARES Act 1 money that is currently in cities and counties that has not been dispersed until now. And that CARES Act 1 money, it's a lot of it. It's $150 billion of it. And who qualifies? Nearly every viewer of this channel qualifies. All my viewers on SSDI, SSI, you qualify. All my viewers who are single parents qualify. It's generally rent, it's food, and it's stimulus checks. Guess what? You all qualify. So no one drop a comment that says, I don't qualify. You do. If you don't want the money, that's fine. The rest of us can get it. That's certainly fine with all the rest of the viewers. Second, it sometimes includes hazard pay, and it also sometimes includes a step up of your unemployment benefits. Okay, get ready for some use or lose money right now, right here. Minutes ago, in Oregon, Florida, 15,000 applicants, which included some of my viewers on my channel, listened clearly and understood that at 8 a.m. this morning, a new stimulus check was being offered in the use or lose right now money. And within 30 minutes, 15,000 of them had gotten this stimulus check, which I believe was $1,800, and it's gone. It's as simple as that. They saw it. They prepared, they understood it was going live, they pounced, and they got it. With the recent announcement by several employers of layoffs, it's no doubt the accentuated need for the crisis to get this stimulus out, says Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings. It's shut up, and the county has spent $30 million on stimulus checks for 30,000 residents so far. This was not the first time they've done it. They've done it before, and they may do it again. You see the urgency and you see the availability. It's right now money. Those people are waking up this afternoon with taking a break or taking a nap, going back to bed, and then waking up and seeing a big, bold, beautiful stimulus check in their hands because they got that right now money. How do you find this right now money for grants? You go on Google News and look for your name of your county plus CARES Act plus grant. Then do your city plus CARES Act plus grant. If you're in a small town of 100 people, don't look that small. Look a little bit broader. And if you're in a big state like Florida, don't look for the whole state. Look narrower. Some people are looking also for their state. You can look for your state. How did I find this one? Exactly the way I tell you how to look for it. And it came up instantly. Next, escalated benefits and extended benefits. Some people asked me last night in private, please go over extended benefits. Extended benefits I can't really help you too much on because of the following. They're expiring. They're expiring in late December, so I don't want to help you on something that's going to be gone in just a few days. I want to get you money that gives you a lot of money to carry you to the spring. And enhanced unemployment benefits, boy, I had about 30,000 in the live Purple Power chat last night. I do it every night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I asked how many of you do want to consider enhanced unemployment benefits. And it was about half of the room or larger. What is this? It's basically the following. Every state starts you at a basic unemployment level, a bottom level. Every state has a range of unemployment weekly benefits. They don't tell you that. For example, in California, they start you at $167. Guess what? That's not where you can end. You can go all the way up to the $300, $400 range approximately. There's generally a $200 to $300 range from the base to the maximum level. How do you get to the maximum level, or how do you raise up the base? It's as simple as this. How much money you made in 2019. It's as simple as this. And there's a general understanding of the range and the calculation. If you made about 18,000 or more last year, 2019 earnings, you have the potential to raise it up. The more you made, the more you can raise it up. If you made somewhere in the mid $20,000 range, you could generally raise it up about $100 per week. If you made over $30,000, the general range is you're at the maximum benefits. So instead of coming in at $167, you're at $300, $400 a week. What's the difference? That's about $200 a week. How much money is it? It's retroactive. Then I asked my viewers in the chat, when did you go on unemployment, and are you still on unemployment? The vast majority said they went on unemployment in March. Guess how many weeks that is? That's about 30 weeks. Well, there you go. 30 weeks at $200 a week is $6,000 that could land in your bank account right now. right now. If you made over $30,000 a year in 2019 and you're on the base level benefits, what are you doing? Go get this money. You qualify for escalated or maximum benefits. Pull out your 2019 tax return, scan it, put it in your computer, write a very beautiful letter, say, "Hi, Unemployment Department. Here's my 2019 return. Please see if I qualify for more weekly benefits." Don't use the word escalated. Don't use the word enhanced, because people talk differently in different parts of the country. No joke. They sometimes say, "What does the word enhanced mean? What does escalated mean?" Just say, "Do I qualify for more?" Use very simple words. "Do I qualify for more weekly benefits? Please look at my 2019 tax return." Now, you can also educate yourself about what your maximum benefits in your state by going on to Google News, a Google Web, and it lists all the range, the maximum benefits of every state across the country for unemployment. And so you can know where you are now and where you can aim for. And if you raise to $200 a week, that's $6,000 into your account right now from your state that has nothing to do with Congress. Finally, the third type of right now money is EIDL. And I had a really great question from viewers yesterday that talked about, okay, what if I did this and what if I did that? And the common question I got, which sounds like it's back in March or back in April, May, when I started this channel, people said, "I did Uber and Lyft as a side hustle in addition to working at Macy's." That's fine. You apply with the Uber and Lyft money. This is what it would look like. Your 2019 tax return would probably have an entry for Macy's income, your W-2s, and then also would have about, $6,000 for Uber Lyft, $5,000 for Uber Lyft. Some people say they made $9,000 for Uber Lyft. And you have a Schedule C for that Uber and Lyft. If you did not list your Uber and Lyft on a Schedule C, you need to fix your tax return, because that's the way Uber and Lyft should be listed, as a Schedule C. You do not need a 1099. I'll repeat again, you don't need a 1099. And all you have to do is go on Experian app, download their app, and look at your Experian Vantage 3.0 score. And it needs to be over about a 570. If it's not, you can do an Experian Boost, which is about 25 points. It's free. It raises your Experian credit score by about 25 points. And then with that, you go on SBA, that's Sam Burt Anthony.gov, and look for the Economic Injury Disaster application. It's there. And you go in there, you fill in your Uber Lyft information, not your Macy's. Macy's doesn't qualify. And you go through there. And guess how much money you would have? If you made $8,000 in Uber and Lyft and cost you $0 to run it as listed in your 2019 tax return, you'd have $4,000 in your bank account right now. It's as simple as that. You'd have it within 4 days, if not sooner. That's how quickly SBA pays out. All right, now let's go to shortly thereafter money. Well, actually, no, let's go to thereafter money. This is money that could come to you later this week or next week. The presidents are under fire to send out executive orders. He has the money. And boy, if you tuned into Evenings LA last night, which is already up to about 100,000 views, you were in for a bombshell. Here's a bombshell just in the old spirit of this channel at the 10-minute mark. Well, actually, it's now 12-minute mark. There's more, potentially, than $800 billion sitting around that could be repurposed for stimulus checks. Yes, when I talk about repurposing money at SBA for stimulus checks, that amounts to about $5,000 stimulus check that they can land in your bank account. If the president puts pen to paper, you would get it within 10 days. This is money right thereafter. 10 days, $5,000. Well, guess what I detailed last night? There's more than that type of money sitting around. What? Yes, remember the use or lose money I just spoke about? It's going back to Washington because they're not using it. And when it lands there, you don't want it to go to lobsters. You don't want it to go to, hairdresser bills. You want it to go as a stimulus check. And you know who also wants you to have it? Is Mitch McConnell. He doesn't want to spend money. He doesn't have to spend money. Here, he doesn't have to spend money. It's already spent. It's just coming back out in, and then he's sending it right back out. It doesn't cost anything for the federal national debt to repurpose or send back out existing money. Boy, next, Mitch McConnell has to pass a bill, and the Democrats have to pass a bill in the next few days. Otherwise, they're in big trouble. And I'm going to tell you why. This is money right thereafter. Because the congressional balance of power is hinging on 2 Senate seats in Georgia. Yes, they're in January. Yes, the runoff's January 5th. No, that does not mean you have to wait for January 5th for stimulus. What I'm talking about is he needs to do stimulus right now. Because who in their right mind goes into a polling precinct in January 5th with no stimulus from March of the year before, March of 2020, and goes into a polling place in January 5th, 2021, says, I'm voting for the other candidate because this one didn't give me any stimulus from his party. Mitch understands he needs to send out stimulus right now. And the great news is that yesterday Chuck Todd on Meet the Press said, hey, why don't you just do what Mitch wants to give you and then come back and do more bold, beautiful stuff thereafter. He wasn't given a no answer by the Biden team, but it's a great idea. Remember, Mitch wants to give you $300 a week for enhanced unemployment benefits, wants to extend your PUA, wants to extend your UI, which are all expiring in December. And with that, well, if he did it retroactively, August, September, October, November, December, that's 5 months. 5 months, 20 weeks times $300. That's $6,000 right there. That's money right thereafter. All right, then let's get to that $2,400. $2,400 is also money right thereafter. Biden wants you to have $200 a month all the way to the end of 2021 if you're on SSDI, SSI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits, which is $2,600 from today or $2,400 from January. $2,600. This is incredible, great news. Then, we're not done yet. Here's 2 other things for you. Also for SSDI, SSI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits, 2 more things. First, he wants to increase your annual benefits upwards of 20% lifetime. Boy. And then he wants to tie the benchmark for when or how to increase it annually to something other than COLA. Because COLA is not doing much of anything for anyone. It's staying flat all the time. And he says that's not sufficient. The cost of living for elderly is going up, and they're not getting increases. He wants that increase to go up. Finally, Biden wants to give you multiple stimulus checks as often as needed and as warranted as needed. And guess what? The vaccine, even with today's news from Moderna, suggests that the vaccine will not be in mass distribution until the middle of 2021. So you'll need a stimulus check every month. You need to be on social media, tag Transition 47, tag Biden, tag his chief of staff or his lead, whatever you call that person currently, and get the message out clear. Get those stimulus checks out. And remember what Senator Harris said, $2,000 every month for 6 months until the pandemic goes away and unemployment goes down. And if you tuned into Instagram last night, you saw me share a video from the very second day of this channel, April 26th, in which I said, you know what? There's this thing out there. It had just been announced. Senator Harris's plan for $2,000 a month for 6 months until the pandemic goes away. Today, that plan still remains the focus of this country, and Joe Biden has used language in the last few days to suggest that he would agree to it as well. It's exciting news. If you've not subscribed, please do. Go to the Federal channel, subscribe. We're pushing to get money, and I'm getting you money right now, not right thereafter, not 5 days from now, not 5 weeks from now, and not 5 months from now. Also, like this video. Coming up at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time is Holidays LA. As always, stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.